Welcome to Onivia, League of Legends highlights. These are the best highlights from today's LPL matchup.
We'll be able to do so.
Indeed, that's really big for this 2v2. Kyle? Yeah.
This is going on. This is going on. Shanks is moving over. Mako's low as hope. Is chunked, but he's played long enough and he gets a slow onto Mako. Can Shanks finish the job? Flash from Kyle, one more auto finishes it, and Shanks gets first blood. Jackie Love now looks to extend the trade, but he's 2v1, doing a good job of like reading top esports. They're like, look, Jackie Love and Mako extend this trade. They go for more. Shanks moves down and punishes. So many times in the previous game we saw 369, but Hope has to flash away. Jackie Love's low on HP, but Hope can't really get back in the action. And Mako survives. They turn it back around.
Oh my goodness me, blood for the blood god at the bottom lane.
Have their cake and eat it, as it were, as we often see. You know, I mentioned top esports love to get both, love to not trade. Forced to trade this time around.
Yeah, and I feel like this is going to be really nice, getting the grubs. 4 side laning here. I feel like AL, they're not going to want to often group up here, 5 versus 5. Why are we getting a pip of the... Okay, that's why Arla's full HP. Thanks, Observers. He got the plants, who would have guessed? There's that dragon, finally being taken down. For top esports, they get the first one. Next one, Text.
Jackie Love picked the right side off the tower to go around, and the right side was in fact the left side. Will survive thanks to that. Croco's sticking around in this bottom lane though. He's not left like he pretended. And 369 keeps on getting these good trades. He's meant to be holding him at arm's range. It's not happening. Double sleep comes on through. Croco taking the tower, gets out of range. True shot barrage goes slightly wide, but Croco knocked back under the bailout. Oh. Not quite in time. Hope now on the wrong side of the play. Shanks moves up to try and protect his AD carry, but the sapling slows it. And Cream, they're all there to be picked off one by one. Cream even gets up, but Shanks punishes. And now in a 2v1, Jackie Love has barrier. He's been baited in, and Shanks falls too.
And even at the end there for Shanks, that feels so bad. We don't
behind them. Doesn't quite make sense, but I'm referencing Batman whether you like it or not. AL sent 3 bot lane to try and grab a first tower of the game, and top esports, they've got a lot of players on the top side of the map. Shanks suddenly could be in trouble. Mako is behind the mid lane tower. Croco isn't that far away, but he's not close enough either. Shanks will fall, and top esports, they find the answer again.
They do. Grubs are up in 40 seconds, so they'll have a little bit of time here.
Down on that bottom side with Ala overloading. But Tien has moved up to the top lane to make sure that Jackie Love can close that gap and will be gifted over these plates. Mako not going to be moving closer. Let's try and let Jackie Love get the plates if he can. I don't know if he really has the freedom to do so. Is Tien actually caught with a handshake? Here comes Croco. Answer comes on through from AL. They want to respond to the plate, and Mako is caught on the wrong side of the tower. The Ren stacked up. It's not quite enough though, and Croco is battered away. But there's a home run from Ala. Speaking of batting, fantastic play from AL.
The rift will be for the game.
So, good start from AL, honestly. 6 grubs, managed to contest one of the first 2 Drakes as well. Last time around, top esports were like 4,000 gold up at this point. This time, AL have managed to get an even. 369 has TP and Ala doesn't. I think that's why.
Yeah, that's also another big thing about Tien. Dragged himself off this Herald. Wonder if they're thinking that Ala does have TP on this timer.
I mean, he's about
That's
to.
what they're also worried about. And of course he's about to. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, Cream trying to find the 1v1 with Shanks, but here comes Croco to finish the job, even committing the sleep just to guarantee it. 500 gold, a shutdown for Croco as top esports start the Herald anyway. Lilting, Lullaby, and Culling both on cooldown. 369 in the brush.
Who they know?
Dominus ticking. He's ready to get the stun on it. Tien gets the Herald. 369 gets onto Croco. Look at the damage out from 369. He's torn AL apart. Flank from Ala as Jackie Love manages to get inside the pit, but Ala's closing the gap. Jackie Love forced to get out the backside as Shanks carrying the rest of the play. It's absolute chaos on the rift. As now a TP, Tien heals off the walls. Ala looks to get damage onto Cream. He's in a 2v1 though as Shanks has abandoned the play. Cream puts it towards Shanks. What a play from Ala! And Tien goes down as well! insane!
The thundering blow, I think because of where Creamer's gonna land, it knocks him towards Shanks. No way. That's absolutely absurd. And it just about makes it a much more positive trade for AL. Absolutely nuts.
Themselves. This will be their second as Top Esports channel recalls. They acknowledge this is not the fight for them right now. Fantastic early game from AL. Fantastic mid game has been kicking off.
And they're only really apart by 1,000 gold. And when you look at the inventory, you know, itemization completions coming through, almost everyone is at parry. The biggest gap is really top as Mako.
Mako's caught. Is the sleep going to be committed? Probably not. As Cream responds, but that's 5 players in the top lane for AL. It's a good true shot barrage though. Hunter 4 from Jackilo. I mean, that is the end of the play. That level of chunk across 4 players, there's nothing you can do.
No, and 369's answering down here on the bomb side too, so this whole cross map just falls in favor of Top Esports there off the back of one ultimate from Jackilo. Much happier. Mako was almost in the position to shut down all of that. They're much happier and much more content, I feel, looking at smaller skirmishes, your 2v2s, your 2v1s, things of that nature. That's okay, never mind.
Double sleep, it's Mako and Jackilo caught, but there's no real follow-up, and his hope has to cleanse instead, as now they jump onto Cream, and he's gone immediately, curdled right before our eyes. And AL with a pick onto the enemy mid laner, they can look to Baron.
Yeah, big chunk on Jackilov as well from Ala on the back end, so get this mid wave in. A lot of vision is already in your favor this side of the map. Go start that Baron up, pull Top Esports into you, and see what else you can find on the poke return.
I mean, Top Esports are all chunked as well. This is a really hard contest. 369, the healthiest, needs to be the one to go in and force the issue. Tien tries to get into the pit, but 369 pushed away by the hostile takeover, and Mako could barely get out with his life. In fact, take that back, maybe. Oh, no, he can. The shot pass goes wide as well. Mako somehow sprinted out to safety. Shanks is desperate for it, and he will be rewarded.
Eventually, does take down the Yordle with that Lucian W. They'll get this mid lane wave as well. Mid lane tower, no doubt, with the wave they've got there. Remember, 6 scrubs, these towers are going to melt when there's 2 or 3 members right in front of them. Another shock blast to Jackilow's face, to 0 inside the CC. Locket shield can't even save him from Tien. So much burst damage.
Yeah. Cream now 4 deaths in this one. We criticize Shanks for getting caught out in the side lane. I mean, Cream just steps too far forward in the team fight. I think perhaps not expecting the face call. Maybe didn't see that. 369 has an aggressive position he's found himself in. Wants to try and find a flank onto AL through the mid lane. Tien starts the engage as here comes the Croc. Stun onto the top side of the fight, and Hope will fall. The bailout not quite there in time. 369 just cuts through everyone, but Mako's gone too deep, and 369 fell as well. Swell seed onto Jackilov as Shanks charges on forwards, and Allah is here to finish the job. He remembers 2023, and he wants revenge on Jackilov. 1 HP in a dream, but Shanks puts that to bed.
The hopes of AL being reinvigorated because Top Esports look for a pick and hope that they can get home. And now another wave's on its way. Shanks is going to tank some of that, but he doesn't quite have the full HP, but it's enough between the two here with Grubs to break open the base, do that lasting damage, and they'll get the dragon as well. It's an absolutely massive fight that I feel like could have just been what breaks the camel's back here. I don't think Top Esports are going to have too many more chances, if any, to really come back into it. It was that one Hail Mary play.
Incredible, but it has been all Kyle on the support side of the matchup. The hostile takeovers in these fights, the handshakes as well. Using that face call effectively to find the knockups and peel for his team. Really, really nice game on that Renata for him.
Turn elements from AL. I mean, the Baron's just gone. That's the big problem.
Tien trying to get into the pit. The shield is there, but the Baron's already gone. And Cream sent back into his own jungle. 369 wants to jump forwards. He wants to be the front line, but he's a late game Renekton, and he just ain't tanky enough. Croco now chasing onto Mako, who's gone into no man's land. And look at this, flank TP from Allah, looking for Jackilov, and he finds his mark once again. Allah has had a phenomenal game on the Jace, and he ain't finished just yet as Cream falls for another, and it's the win for AL.
I don't think we're going to see Allah on this Jace again. for the rest of the night. If I was top esports, I was one of those 5 players. I think that's the information I'd be relaying to my coach. As they're onto the Nexus Towers, and they're going to even out this series.
MVP performance from Ala out of the top side, locks in Jace, forget.
These were the best highlights from today's LPL matchup. Click that subscribe button faster than Ramus can say.
Okay.
See you on the next one.